Welcome to Reading Rascals. I'm Miss Shannon. Today we will be covering patterning and sequencing for your young child. We will be using movement, shapes, colors, and letters to help create fun patterns for your child. I also have chosen the book The Napping House, written by Audrey Wood and illustrated by Don Wood. This is a beautiful, fun story that also uses sequencing that your children can follow throughout the book. I will include activities that you can try later at home that can help foster your child's continued pattern and sequencing learning. Let's begin. I started us at a park today. Our first movement will be a park movement. We will use the monkey bars. Come on, rascals, stand up. You will start by crossing the monkey bars. Reach, reach, reach. Once you get across the monkey bars, you're going to look for your next pattern, the slide. Hands up and whoosh down the slide. Your last part of your pattern will be climbing the stairs. Let's go, rascals. Run, 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 run. Now, that was just a simple example of a three-part movement pattern. What did we start with? What was the first thing you did at the park, rascals? Yes, we went across the monkey bars. We're going to repeat means we do it again. Everybody stretch across those bars. Go all the way across the monkey bars. Now, what came next in our park pattern? Yes, we went down the slide. Hands up, whoosh down the slide. What was the last part of our park pattern? Who remembers? We started with the monkey bars. We went down the slide and we finished at the stairs. Run, run, rascal, run. There is your three-part movement pattern. I will give you now a four-part moving pattern. Follow head, shoulder, give yourself a big rascal hug, and a clap. That is your four-part pattern. Watch it again. Head, shoulder, hug, clap. Your turn. See if you can do it. What came next? What did we do first? Yes. Then where? Yes. Then what was our third part? Yes. And we finished with a, let's see if you did it, rascals. If you used head, shoulder, hug, clap. Congratulations. You did your four-part movement pattern. Next, we're going to move into a color pattern. Now, I used blocks, but you could use anything that you want with different colors. I started with yellow, moving to blue, give it one more blue. My finished pattern is red. Now, look at it, rascals. Look at the four colors, the four parts of my pattern that I have. Yellow, blue, blue, red. If I was repeating, meaning do my pattern again, who comes next? Yes, you're right. We go back to yellow, the first color we used. Now we have yellow, blue, blue, red, yellow. We're going back to blue. And we will finish with blue and red at the top. Now look at your pattern, see if we did it. Yellow, blue, blue, red, yellow, blue, blue, red. If we were repeating, doing it one more time through, we would go back to what color, rascals? Yes, if you said yellow, you were correct. Now, if you have a whiteboard or a piece of paper, this would be a great time to get it because I'm going to show you a pattern on a board. I love the patterns on the board that have lines on it. This board was made by Lakeshore. It has three lines, a top, a middle, and a bottom line to help your children control their writing. It's a 1-inch line, and if you don't have a board, I would highly recommend getting one for ages 4 to 8. Our pattern will begin with a triangle, then a circle, then a square. Now, rascals, look at it. Who comes next? We have triangle, circle, square. Yes, we would move to a triangle. The way I like to teach the triangle is it has a point and it kind of looks like a tent or an uppercase A without the middle line. Then I give at the bottom, there's my triangle. Triangle, circle, square. Then I go back to my first pattern of triangle. Then I go to a circle. And then who's last in my shape pattern? Yes, if you guess square, you are correct. That is a 3-part shape pattern. Say it again with me, rascals. Triangle, circle, square. Repeat means you do it again. Go back to the beginning. Triangle, circle, square. If I were to repeat one more time, I would start again with what shape? Yes, I would go back to the triangle. Nice job on patterning today, rascals. Well done. Now, some of you might have noticed, we have a raccoon joining us. Did anyone notice where Ray was hiding today? There she is, on the jungle gym. She likes to come in and out of Miss Shannon's videos, so you can take a look and where you spot Ray. Settle in for my book that I will be reading, The Napping House, again, written by Audrey Wood, illustrated by Dawn Wood. There is a house, a napping house, where everyone is sleeping. And in that house, there is a bed, a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that bed, there is a granny, a snoring granny, on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that granny, there is a child, a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. Now, if you notice, we started our sequence. The granny, then the child. Let's see who keeps stacking up. And on that child, there is a dog, a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that dog, there is a cat, a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that cat, there is a mouse, a slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. Now, if you watch, we can see the sequence: the granny, the child, the dog, the cat, and then the mouse. And on that mouse, there is a flea. Can it be a wakeful flea? On a slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. A wakeful flea who bites the mouse. See the mouse up in the air? Ouch! Who scares the cat? Meow! Who claws at the dog? Bark, bark! Who thumps the child? Ouch! Who bumps the granny? Ah, says the granny. Look it, are they all sleeping anymore? Who breaks the bed in a napping house where no one is now sleeping? Now, that is a cute story that just talks about all the different sequences in the family. Who came first? You're right, the granny started in the bed. Who joined the granny? Who came on top? Then the dreaming child, yes. Then we had the dog, then the cat, then the mouse. Now, who was the tiniest little thing that came on top of the mouse? Who remembers? Yes, it's called a flea. It's that little tiny thing that sometimes we find on animals, and it bit the cat, who then it bit the mouse, who scared the cat, who scared the dog, who scared the child, who scared the granny. And now everyone is awake in the napping house. An example of sequencing. Who came first? Who came next? Who came last? Now, a couple of fun ideas that you can do at home. We did a lot of visual patterning. I would like to show you a way that you can have your children do an auditory pattern, meaning instead of showing them, you're going to give them clues. For example, if I gave you this letter sound, I use it for words like snake, sun, smile. Who am I? I'm giving clues. See if you can come up with the letter S. That was my first clue. That will be the first thing you would write on your pattern, would be the letter S. My next clue is I am the letter that makes the deep sound, B. I use a line and two circles to create an uppercase one of these letters. I start words like balloon, bunny, boy. Who am I? Did you guess it? I'm the letter B. That would be next in your pattern. Finally, I am the letter that makes this sound. Get your hand out and try to blow hot air on it. If I were to write this uppercase, I would use a line, another line, and then put them together with a line in the middle. Did you guess what the letter is? You guessed it, letter H. Now your child should have 3 parts to their pattern. They started with their S, S, then they moved to their B, B, and they ended their pattern with an H. That is just an example of giving an auditory pattern for your child. Once they write all 3, then they get to repeat it. Who comes next? Yes, if we were doing it again, you would go back to S, then B, then H. That is your pattern. Another fun way to pattern is to use dice. Now with young children, I like to use the enlarged dice. It's easier for them to see, but you could use any pair that you have. So you would roll them and stop. I would like you to see which dice has the most dots. What is your largest number? Is it purple or orange? See if your child can tell. If you guessed purple, you were right. Let's count how many dots we have. 1, 2, 3. So 3 would be the first the first number in your pattern. Then you would look at orange. How many are there? Number 1. 1 would be the second part of your pattern. Now we'll roll it one more time. And stop. What is the largest number? Purple or orange? Yes, your letter purple has the most dots. Can we count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 would be the third number in your number pattern. Now look to orange. How many dots are there? 1, 2. That would be your final number pattern. So again, this is just a fun way that they can recognize how many dots are there and then write them down. If your child has a hard time writing down the numbers, you can dot the numbers and let them trace it to help. I hope these have been valuable activities and a fun story time for you. You could always visit my website at readingrascals.org, or for more information to sign up for my Rascal classes, info@readingrascals.org. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like, and if you would like to subscribe, you will be alerted to new videos and new content that I make. Thank you, Reading Rascals. Take care.